Hey there. As you may have heard, we'll be having an election in a couple of days, and the way I see it, you can break this electorate up into 5 distinct groups of people. Each group consists of about 20% of the electorate. 20% of people love Donald Trump, and they are going to rush to the polls to vote for him. 20% of the people pretty much, like Hillary Clinton a lot. They voted for her in the primaries, and they're going to get to the polls and vote for her. 20% of the people really don't like Donald Trump, but they're Republicans, and they believe in the Republican principles in general, and they know Donald Trump's the best chance to see those principles put into action. They really care about the Supreme Court, and he's going to put on justice they like, so they're going to vote for him. 20% of the electorate are people like me. They don't like Hillary that much. They didn't support her in the primaries, but they believe in democratic principles. They want to see liberal justices on the Supreme Court, so they're going to hold their nose, go to the polls, and vote for her. And that leaves 20%. And that 20% can be described in one word: idiots. Or maybe 2 words: blithering idiots, because they're idiots. And why do I say that? Because that's the group of people that makes the poll swing from one way to the other. They're the ones who react to the latest bit of news they've seen. Donald Trump attacks a Gold Star family. Oh, I don't like Donald Trump. Oh, and Hillary's poll numbers shoot up. Then Comey gives the first report on the FBI investigation. Oh, and Hillary's polls drop down. I don't like Hillary anymore. But then Donald Trump, the whole grab her by the pussy thing happens, and all of a sudden Hillary's numbers shoot up. And then Comey enters the scene again, and Hillary's numbers tank. And today, Comey speaks again, and the next day or so, probably more people, these people are gonna want to vote for Hillary. Because these people have no political principles. They would call them low information voters, I guess, but I just call them idiots. And I don't even know why I'm making this video. It's not like I can even do anything about it, but I just had to complain to somebody, so I'm just going to complain to you, my dear watcher here. And I guess my message is, don't be an idiot. Have some political principles. Believe in something. I mean, you should have ideas. You should believe in something. You should have things that you think you want government to do. And you should be able to look at candidates and say, does this candidate, or will this candidate help put forward what I want to do? And is this candidate against what I want? And their personal attributes shouldn't matter. I know that's what the whole campaign has been about. Trump really, let's face it, doesn't know anything about any issues. He has the whole wall issue, which is bullshit. He doesn't really have many issues to talk about. And the Clinton campaign, for whatever reason, has decided we're going to fight Trump on his turf. We're not going to talk about issues. We're just going to make this a campaign of insults. And it's the least issue-driven campaign ever. And I weep for our country when I think about that. Because it really should be about the issues. And what I'd like to tell anyone watching this is, no matter who you want to vote for, please make your vote please make it based on the issues. I mean, please vote based on the issues. It doesn't matter what you think of Trump or Hillary. It doesn't matter, what you think about what Trump said about grabbing a pussy. It doesn't matter what you think he said about Gold Star families or his bankruptcies. It doesn't matter if you think Hillary is slimy. It doesn't matter what you think about Benghazi. It doesn't matter what you think about her emails or Whitewater, Vince Foster, what her husband did. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They are one of these 2 people, and I'm talking to you, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein voters. One of these 2 people is going to be president. That is what's going to happen. One of these 2 people is going to be president. And I'll take a little tangent here. If you do not vote for one of these 2 people, you are choosing not to participate in our democracy. Getting Jill Stein from 3% to 5% is not participating in our democracy, okay? You have a great responsibility. We all have a great responsibility to move our country in one direction or another. We have a great amount of power, and you are ceding that power and shirking that responsibility when you choose to vote for someone who has no chance of winning. If someone can't win, fine. If you want to see a Green Party candidate, work really hard in your own district, get someone elected to Congress. When there's 100 Green Party members of Congress, then talk to me. You want to get someone to go from 3% to 5%? That's bullshit, okay? It's not going to change America. All right? If you believe in liberal principles, that's what you believe in, then you'd have someone in office who's going to push the ball forward, or at least keep the ball where it is. Because there's a difference between both sides, right? If you believe, and conversely, if you believe in conservative principles, you believe, you're pro-life and you believe that's the most important issue, well, Trump says he's going to support pro-life people. Doesn't matter how many pushes that guy's grabbed, you should go vote for him. I don't believe in that stance, but for you, if you believe in that, you should go vote for him. If you believe in lower taxes, you should go vote for him. That's what you should do. All right? You should not, if that's what you believe in, doesn't matter how terrible a person you think Trump is, go vote for him. If you believe in liberal principles, it doesn't matter that she's not far to the left enough for you. Just go vote for her. I mean, that's what you should do. It's ridiculous. Just go vote for her. Look, Donald Trump is not the ideal choice for a GOP nominee, according to most Republican voters. I'm sure most Republican voters wish somebody else was the nominee. All right? He's not the ideal GOP nominee, but he's all you've got. And the same thing goes for Democratic voters. I mean, I wish someone else was a nominee rather than Hillary Clinton. I don't like her. But she's all I got. What am I going to do? Vote for Trump? Going to throw my vote away and vote for Jill Stein? Am I going to stay home? Am I going to vote for that doofus Gary Johnson? And I shouldn't even say that. I mean, it doesn't even matter whether he's a doofus or not. What matters is whether or not he can win. And he can't win. I'm sorry I called him a doofus. He does seem a little bit like a doofus, but that's not important. If I agreed with Gary Johnson's policies, and more importantly, if I thought he could win, he'd be the biggest doofus in the world, and I would go vote for him, all right? Because, this whole thing about, it's all about personality and is this person a strong leader? You know what? If you're a Democratic president, especially if you're a first-term Democratic president, you want to be a two-term Democratic president. And that means you can't piss off the base or you get primaried. So you're going to stay with the Democratic orthodoxy 95% of the time. The same thing goes for Trump. What Trump's going to do, he's going to be basically a typical Republican. I don't want to get people mad that think I'm not trying to make Trump seem scary, but basically, what is he going to do? He's going to rubber stamp anything the Republican Congress wants, and he's going to appoint Supreme Court justices that are conservative. And yes, will he embarrass the nation every once in a while by what he says? Yeah, he will. That's not why I oppose him. I oppose him because I don't believe in the policies his party believes in. Right? So you have to decide as a voter first of all, you have to have policies you believe in. You can't just sit around, not pay attention to politics, and then every 4 years you see a commercial and you're like, oh yeah, I like that person. Next week you're like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that person instead. Oh no, I like that person. Bounce around like a fucking ping pong ball. If you're doing that, you're an idiot. Just believe in something. Pay attention. Pay attention. Read a little bit. Learn about the issues. Learn about the policies. Figure out what's best you can decide what's best for you or best for the country. I personally vote for what's best for the country rather than for me, okay? I consistently vote to raise my taxes. It may not be best for me, but I think in the way I think about government, I think it's best for the country that someone who makes a good amount of money pays more taxes, all right? That's what I believe in. But if you believe it's best to worry about yourself personally, fine, do that too. Just have a principle you vote based on, all right? Have some principle. Don't just sit there and say, that ad made him look like a bad person, and that ad made him look like a good person. It doesn't matter. Please, for the love of God, just figure out what you believe in. Spend a little bit of time so when you get close to an election season, you know what you believe in. People should not be making up their minds in October or November. You should know at least a year before the election who you're going to vote for. I mean, the personal stuff, it matters in primaries, right? It matters in primaries. Go out and campaign really hard in the primary for someone you think is a person of high integrity who who believes in what you believe in, no matter what party you're in. Now we're stuck with two people that don't have high integrity. Look, we're stuck with them. One of them is going to become president. All right? Face it. One of these two people is going to be president. And you have to decide which policies you think are better for our country. That is what we are deciding when we go vote. Not who's a nicer person, not who can be tough. It doesn't matter. They are worlds apart in terms of policies. Pick a side. Pick a fucking side, okay? All right, rant over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.